afternoon, all of you. So today we start with next practical on in digital electronics, and here you can see we are working with this particular practical, that is to study and simulate DESR and JK flip-flop using virtual lab. So before we study DESR and JK flip-flop, there are certain points that need to be addressed, that how you are actually going to perform them. I will also add videos of real time, that how you actually perform them in lab, but actual practical is when you perform with your hands. So that's why I'm heavily relying on this particular virtual lab. So what is the scenario, how we are actually going to do that? First we will study about individual ICs, and later on virtual lab we will try to verify those ICs. So circuit is there, we are just supposed to verify the truth table. So number one is D flip flop. This is being extensively used. So this is the pin corresponding to your D flip flop. It is 7474, and this is being extensively used. Okay, so here you can see this is a 14 pin IC with pin number 14 for positive supply, pin number 7 for ground, and it is having actually two sets of D flip flops. This is first set, this is second set, and clock is there. This is first clock and this is second clock. So all the functions are for both the flip flops. So as the input has D flip flop is having one input, so this is input for this one. Simultaneously, pin number 12 is input for second D flip flop. This is your clear pin. So whenever this is low, the contents of this D flip flop will be cleared, and along with clear we are having one more option, that is set. So when this is low, your output will be high. So you are having two outputs. On pin number 5 your output is Q, on pin number 6 your output is Q bar. That means they are complement of each other, and similarly the same set is there. In some ICs, in some data sheets, you will find out that instead of set, they are actually using the term preset. So what is the difference between preset? That using this particular pin, we are actually making output to be conditioned to a particular level, either 0 or 1. And the difference between set and clear is used to erase the contents and make output 0. So these are the descriptions. Here you can see pin number 4 is preset, and here you can see pin number is set. So they are being alternatively used. So for better understanding of any IC, what you have to do is type the number of IC in Google, and also type along with that the term data sheet. Data sheet. So when you type data sheet, all the information related to that will be printed, and that is in the form of PDF, and you can know what are the various things related to your particular IC, that how much is the power supply you are going to provide. So if you are going to provide input, what should be the maximum input level, what is the delay of the output, because you are providing some input and output does not come at once. There is certain finite delay between input and output, that is called delay. So how much your signal is actually being delayed, all this information is actually being written in your data sheet. So this is your pin description for a particular IC. Yeah, this is the chart which I am talking about, and this is very useful chart. The utility of this chart gives you that what is the status of the pin you actually gonna keep so that your device will work. Suppose you kept preset at low, your clear is high, and you have not applied any clock, then in that case it does not matter what you are actually providing on the output so that so when you put this to low, so there are two things that need to be taken care of. What is actually given on the particular pin? So here you can see if bar is being given on a particular pin, that means if you are applying low means 0, then this will work. And if you are putting high signal here means 1, it will not work. So that is the important thing as far as your practicals are being concerned. So all the functions on chip which are being named as like this bar on the top. So actually what happens, they will not be working when high input is being provided. They will only work when low is being provided. So here you can see we want to actually preset the device. So when you are actually going to preset the device, then it is low. That means your device is ready to be preset. Then clear is high, that means it will not work. Then clock is there or not, does not, don't care means if you are putting cross, it means don't care. That means it does not matter whether you are putting high level or low level, but putting this particular condition, your output is going to be high. And this is in the complementary pairs. So one output is high, other will be low. And in this case, you can see when your preset is high and clear is low. So what actually it is going to do, it is going to clear the contents. So if it is 1, it is going to be 0. If it is 0, it will be 0. So clear pin is actually being used to clear the contents of the flip-flop. And what is the role of preset? To make output high. Suppose you want to make a counter and counter is going to start from 1, 1, 1. So how you are actually going to do that? You are going to preset that to this particular level in the beginning state. Now the third case is being given, preset is low, clear is low. So both of them are working. So that is a problem. This configuration is not stable, non-stable. So it is seldom being used because both the outputs are high and it is always being avoided. So we are not going to use this in any case. Now in the cases when you are actually performing with the normal operation of your D flip-flop, what you are going to do is this is going to be high. So high means preset is inactive, and clear, high means clear is also inactive. Now what you are going to do is you are going to provide the clock. So when clock is there, depending upon whether it is positive edge triggered or negative edge triggered, you will provide D and you will get that at the output. You will provide low, you get the low at the output. And if your clock is not working, whatever you may provide does not matter. Your previous state will be retained. Your previous state will be retained. So now your D flip-flop, in this we have discussed that preset and clear are very important as far as your data need to be set or reset during the operation. So this is your pin description for your JK flip-flop. So this is the next IC which we are going to discuss. So here you can see it is actually a 16-pin IC. So as mentioned earlier, in JK flip-flop, we have this particular pin assigned for JK flip-flop 7476. It consists of two flip-flops. This is JK flip-flop 1. This is JK flip-flop 2. Again, it is having two pins, preset and clear. The purpose of preset and clear is being discussed in the previous flip-flop, but now they are active high. That means when preset is 1, it will preset your flip-flop, and when clear is 1, it will clear the contents of the flip-flop. Also, clock is there on this particular pin. So if I am reading this 1 CK, that means this is clock for first flip-flop, if I'm writing 1J, this is J input for first flip-flop, and if it is written 1K, that means this is K. So similarly, this is 1Q output of the first flip-flop. This is 1Q bar output of the second flip-flop. Similarly, this is your VCC, this is your power for the flip-flop, this is ground for the flip-flop IC, and this is 2CK clock for the second flip-flop. 2PR is actually for the second thing, and other things are similar. So as far as your other ICs are being concerned, this is another IC, that is your IC for your SR flip-flop. So it consists of 4 SR flip-flops inside this. So, but it don't have much functionalities like preset and clear. It is having similar things, that 1 RSR for first flip-flop, and your clock is there 1S2, then your output is there 1Q. So this is 4Q, 4th flip-flop, third flip-flop and all. And this is the truth table for this particular chip. That means if your outputs are low, inputs are low, and S is low, your output will not be desired. This is unstable state. Similarly, when S is 0, R is high, your output is going to be high. When S is high, R is low, then output is going to be low. And when both are high, then your output will be retained. Previous output will be retained. So this is your SR flip-flop using NAND gate. Now what we are actually going to do in the coming moment, the video of the practicals will be uploaded for you, how we are actually going to perform in the lab. And right now I will show you how you can simulate it on virtual lab. So I am pausing. So this is virtual lab. You are already aware of this. I have already discussed about this in the previous experiments. So here you can see we will select the experiment number 6, that is verify the truth table of RS, JK, T and D flip-flop using NAND and NOR gates. So this is what we are going to do. So from here you will select this. This is the AIM theory procedure, so you can study of your own. Right now I am focusing directly on the practical. So here you will select a particular practical. Suppose you will select a D flip-flop, and this is your NAND gate. So D flip-flop is being created using NAND gate, and it is not having the functionality, the one we have discussed, but it will operate the functions. So first thing you have to do is provide the power. Now power, you are having, when D is 0, this gives you D is equal to 0. So here you can see Q is equal to 0 and Q bar is equal to 1. They are complementary pairs of each other. And next is when D is equal to 1, then clock is to be there. So here you can see when D is 1, this will change. And when D is 0, Q is 0 and Q is 1. So in this way, you are actually performing the practical. And you can also store the data, add. So here you can see clock is 1, D is 0. And it will be like this. If D is equal to 1, this is the second. And here you can also see the clock diagram corresponding to this. That when D is changing from 0 to 1, your clock is 0 to 1, and correspondingly you are getting output here. So this is being added into the things. So here you are changing the clock and adding it. So here you can see clock is being changed and your output corresponding change in the output. So this is quite simple to do. The other things which you can perform is JK flip-flop. So here you can see this is JK flip-flop using kits. So the first thing you're supposed to do is give the power, then clock is to be provided, then J is 1, K is 1. So here you can see, and clock, clock. So if I'm changing the clock, you can see these LEDs are actually toggling. Here you can see now this one is glowing. Here you can see this one is glowing like this. So that is the good thing. When J and K both are 1, your LEDs are actually toggling. And similarly, you can add them. Here you can change and add. So here you can see they are actually being toggled. So if J is 0 and K is 1, and you are doing this thing, here you can see applying the clock, and it is actually being set. J is 1, J is 0, K is 1, and when K is 0 and applying the clock, this is reset. So this is how, and you can clearly see the clock diagram corresponding to all the things we are actually discussing is being generated here. So this is quite a good thing for a better understanding. Here similarly you can go for SR flip-flop using NAND gate. So the procedure remains the same. Power is to be there. S is equal to 1. Then when you provide the clock, so S is equal to 1, your output is actually going to be 1. Here you can see. So adding it, so you can see the clock is there. So in your practical, what you are supposed to do is draw the circuit diagram, write the procedure, and for a particular truth table, you are also supposed to draw the clock diagram. So that's all for the day. And in the coming classes, I will also put the video how we actually perform with the ICs in the lab. So thank you very much.